Taurus, Happy New Year. Hope your Christmas season went well. I'm going to get into the cards here. We're at the bottom of the barrel. I've been saying the energies are bringing up our issues, those that we do not want to deal with the most. So we're going to get into things here with the first Isis card. So Taurus, for 2024, your first card is the Wings of Isis, uniting with the angelic self. And again, as I tell everybody, we are all connecting to our higher self, higher source, whatever that may be. Okay. I'm not getting a lot of energy here, frankly. I'm just getting that is the goal. That's the intended goal here. So we may not be in alignment with that, but nonetheless. So as we move into the next row here, the present, what we may be dealing with. Queen of Heaven. Blessings from the Divine Empress of the Skies. Okay, it may shower upon you is what we're getting. So, yeah, I feel like there's a lot of energy coming forth from the heavens to connect with you. And they're going, we got to keep it simple. There's some complexities here that they just they want me to wash over, because I feel like the Taurus kind of taking things in a certain area and complicating things. So we're going to keep it real simple. So there is divine blessings and universal and whatnot coming down upon you. I feel like we're having a hard time grabbing our gifts is what they're saying. We're having a hard time accepting. Okay, as we move into the future, what do we get? Cartouche. I don't know how to say that. Still, I think I did look it up one day, but I forgot how to say it. Divine names of power. Okay, we may be connected here with someone energetically who can help us out, is the sense. And I feel like the universe is going to wrap you up in that. There's also a sense of smudging and clearing the way. And again, complications, right? And the complications are there to distract us from the one thing that we need to pay attention to. And we may be falling into that trap. But for now, I feel in the future someone will come in here to help us clear that way. Because I'm feeling from the smoke of this card, a great sage that comes through here and clears our path so that we can see more clearly. I feel like this is someone who's just caught up in nitty-gritty details that aren't helping ourselves spiritually. They're dragging us down. They're lowering our frequency, and this is all part of, like I said, a trap a snare laid by the devil to bring us into negative frequencies. So, and again, when I was shuffling, actually I was shuffling the Isis cards, and there were certain things out of whack, but then it smoothed out. I said, okay, something weird going on here, and then it smoothed out. So I had to acknowledge the weird part here. So from the Taurus perspective, they may be thinking, there's weird stuff going on, and I can't quite. And again, this weird stuff, remove yourself from it. If we don't understand, there's a question mark there. Focus on the things that don't have question marks. You'll be good to go. Okay, that's just the tip they're given. We'll keep it simple. So, on the Wings of Isis, uniting the angelic self. Yeah, they are distractions, is what they said. They're high distractions in the field at this time of a negative nature. It's not that we're negative. It's not that we're of the devil. It's that we have chose the light and they want to interrupt that field. So pay less attention to those dark things and pay more attention to the light. Okay. Yeah. Wings of Isis uniting. Again, that energy is here. The energy patterns are here trying to connect with you, but if we're distracted and paying attention to the darkness, they can't really get through, and along with our abilities as well. Okay? So be aware of that. On top of the Wings of Isis, we have the Queen of Cups. What do you know? In order to get to our highest self, we have to deal with our emotional center. Are we doing this? They go, some are, some aren't. And some are in denial of the emotional center. So that's just not going to lead you in a way where things are going to go well here. So the more we embrace our emotional side, the more we allow ourselves to feel the feelings that are erupting in us, the more that we heal and go into the light, and the easier it will be to connect to these things. So that is the root ball, and that really essentially is overall the root ball of connecting to your abilities and whatnot, is healing from everything that you feel. Because all those emotions building up, it creates like a block. an absolute block. And because those emotions fill our whole soul, and if we don't purge them, there's no room for instinct, intuition, voices to be heard on the light side. Because, yeah, they want me to explain this. Because when we get so full of those emotions and don't want to purge them, these emotions blur our ability to use our abilities. Our instinct, our insight, our clairvoyance, our clairaudience. And for this person, this may be of use, this information. So the Queen of Cups is here to illuminate to you all the emotions that need purging. Please indulge in this and allow this to float through your field. It will make more room for all those intuitive abilities we are looking for. Queen of Heaven, blessings from the Divine Empress of the Sky. They are raining upon you from the highest high. They are showering, but our attention is being distracted by the darker side. So we have to remove ourselves from that darkness. We have to refocus our attention on the light, and this will absolutely just start to feel all of that. So on top of the Queen of Heaven, the chakra card we get there, Six of Coins, and that's about equal balance, give and take. We may be giving, right? Things may be given to us. And the sense is this from the higher states, they're going, we are reigning, and we're reigning, and we're reigning, and we're giving, and we're giving. And there's an abundance here coming towards you, but we're not feeling it because, how would I translate that in a more coherent way? Because there's a sense here of the universe dropping, because this card can be about equal give and take. It can be about charity from above. This is what I get here. We're giving you everything. But it's the way that, well, first of all, it's not even being seen to be received properly. So, again, it's the distraction of the darkness. So we may have a problem with negativity. We may have a problem with focusing on negative. We may have a problem speaking about negative. Again, we are not a bad person, but we're speaking of it. They're showing me, how you have all these little characters and they have see no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil. They're breaking all the rules here. They're seeing the evil, they're speaking of it, and they're hearing it. And they're allowing it into their field. In fact, they're bring more in. I want to learn more about the darkness. And they're going, no. Turn your back to this. Turn your back. So someone's taking too much of the news in, probably. Too much outer world toxic stuff. We got to shut it down. Because, the devil's getting the clutches here. But we are being rained upon from the universal force. But the attention is not on the universal force. It's on the devil and all his deeds. So, pick a lane here. Getting mad. It's that kind of thing, The Queen of Heaven is rained upon you. But if you're dancing with the devil in all his deeds, we can't accept it. We can't, it just doesn't wash. Now, someone in the future or something or some way, we are going to clear this out. Okay, something's going to happen to clear this out. And it may even be like a tower type card where the universe says, okay, that's enough. We got to, and it may be an inner feeling like, oh, whoa, like I get sick from all that I'm seeing, hearing, and because all I'm doing is dousing myself in dark material. So it may be an overload of that where we actually go, wait a minute, I need a break, which is totally not a break. They're going a complete cut from all of this. There's a way that we're dipping into the darkness here. It's just, they're going, it's not allowed no longer. It's just really, it's going to take us down health-wise, everything. And we may even start to be in depression or anger and bitterness, resentment, showing that outward, throwing that outward, this kind of thing. So all of this, not good. So on top of the divine names of power, the chakra card we get there is Knight of Wands. Yeah. Wanting to take you into the future quickly. Get the hell out of Dodge. Get the hell out of darkness, right? Get out of hell, period. It's just like, yeah. Giving me Bat Out of Hell by what you call that song. I gotta go over that. I don't know if that'll be the musical accompaniment or not. But it's like that. Get the heck out of there. So something will come forth here, whether it's an internal feeling, which is kind of what I get here, is an absolute fed up with the darkness, because we're of good, but we're absorbing so much of our dark surroundings that we're just being chewed up by it. And we may even not be feeling physically well at this time, and this is all part of the process of disintegration. So we need to release from that. Okay, so as we get it's pretty clean cut. The Taurus hanging on to the darkness here, and maybe not even realizing to the degree that we're rolling around in it, getting all mucky. So Queen of Cups, the universe wants you to be aware of your emotions so that we can purge them. And again, incoming, no more. Stop the incoming so we can process what we have already and diffuse from it. It's like if we get incoming upon incoming upon incoming, we cannot ever release from it. It just compounds, and then we blow, right? We don't want to do this, and it may come to that. I don't know. But on top of the Queen of Cups, the Knight card here is individuality. Yeah, they want you to see your worth, and they want you to feel. Okay. Yeah, look at that red. Birds going, they ain't listening to us. They're going, it's not getting from the bird. It's like with their dark hair, right? It's like we're enveloped in darkness. And it's almost like it may be a habitual way. It may be addicted to dark stuff, though we're not of it. We're addicted to talking about it, seeing it, and it kind of, there's like a pull there. Yeah, the devil's hand, really. But this bird is going like, I can't even. This is what the bird's saying to me. I can't even, I'm trying to get through, but they're just not listening. They're just allowing the darkness in too much that it shuts out the light, right? So, again, they're wanting you to see your individuality in amongst all of this, and then when we're wrapped up on all the darkness, it just spins us in circles. It's like the wash cycle. You just get spun around. There's no linear progression. There's no growth. There's nothing. We're just on pause. Again, a lot of people on pause, but yeah. So they're wanting to see your individuality. They want you to get out of this and be on your own in the way of like being pulled into things. They want you to sit by yourself and absorb your own life. External of dark forces. So cutting yourself off from dark forces, they want you to look at your life and deal with that. Okay, now, yeah, somebody very absorbed in the darkness here. And again, they're not of dark, so they need to get out. The Queen of Heaven, blessings from the Divine Empress of Skies. Again, showering upon you, 6 coin, re-emphasizing that fact. We are showering and showering and showering and showering. It's like this Taurus ain't getting wet. Like, what's going on here? Get wet. It's like they got an umbrella from the protection. They're protected from the light of God. But that's not a protection. You want to take that in. So the House of Night card we get is listening. Darkness does not always equate to evil, and light does not always bring good. I do feel a great, what is that? Fallible. Things are fallible here. There's errors here. Because we may be following people we perceive as good, and it's leading us to chaos and struggles and anger and resentment and bitterness. And in the news, man, this is just all over. And I'm kind of getting that sense. It's like we're looking at people we think are good, and we could be tricked by this. Could be that they're not good, they're bad, and they're there to create chaos. And guess what? It angers us from an internal standpoint. So guess what? We're picking up on it. But again, not listening, because we're going, well, this person's good, over our intellect. We're not letting our heart in. So again, some heart healing here to let go of emotion so we can see clearly. Wait a minute here. This person may not be all they say they are. Why? Because they're bringing out rage and emotions in me I have a hard time dealing with. But it's like this stubborn energy of the Taurus. That bull wants to go in there and just start pushing horns all over. But the bottom line is we're not meant at this time to push horns. We're meant to back off and not fight. At this time, we need to be in peace, serenity, harmony with ourselves, and then we can create outside of ourselves. I feel like that was channeled within ourselves. Like I should be in a pulpit or something, but sorry. So that's what they're saying. Ourselves would matter. The outside world, for some people, they really have to gain. They have to grab a hold of themselves, because the stuff outside of them they cannot control. So why worry about it? Especially if it's stuff you can't control. What are you doing? Like, you can't control it, so why get all stirred up? So there's a sense that listening might help us better. Deal. Again, to the right things, though. I mean, we're listening to stuff that makes us angry, stuff that makes us bitter, and it's working, it's succeeding, it's making us angry, it's making us bitter. So we got to remove ourselves from that field altogether. Once we do that, maybe we need to listen to our instinct, right? Maybe. We should listen to our instinct, and we should be listening to different things, is the sense. And this is all under the line of what's God-given, what's coming down from the heavens. That's what you need to be listening to. But instead, we're being distracted by all the destruction on the earth today. Okay, a lot of people in this, I'm sure. Now, on top of the Knight of Wands, again, the universe wants you to go swimmingly forward once you clean up your field. And the sense is that that's going to happen quite quickly, whether we're engaged or not. And I feel like not only will it be a relief for the Taurus, but it will be something, the growth factor is high here. So on top of that Knight of Wands, we get, the fledgling. And that's about, that's the first card in the deck there. And what's it called? Wisdom in the House of Night. And it's again, I'm not necessarily, I kind of throw the rule book out of these cards a lot of times. I mean, I've learned the initial tarot, but when it comes to oracle cards, I love them because I can go wherever I want and wherever my guides want me to go. And my guides are telling me, we are trying to get this person to heal and purge their emotional center so that they can not only receive universal energy and gifts, but utilize them as they go forward to their greatest passion. And that will be unleashed in the future as long as we clear our path. But at this point, we are not helping the universal energies out in any way by clearing our energy field. We are not doing this. So we have to take a point here and listen to our guidance that leads us in the way of clearing negative energies out, because this is the huge problem here that the Taurus has. I feel they will overcome. It is their fate to overcome it and go and build on their passions. Because don't we want to be in a passionate way that enlivens us and lightens us rather than drags us down? And I feel like right now, or in the immediate past, we're in a place where we're realizing that we're just impassioned in a negative way. We're impassioned by vengeance and anger and bitterness, resentment, and all of this is coming down. We do not want that. That's all heavy garbage. So take out the garbage, come back in, refresh your zone, do whatever you do to do that, and the universe will be there to guide you and help you and to do it properly. And then we will go forward in our future. Again, there is some emotional purging here in our passion. Okay, so power surrender card on top of everything Taurus. What do we get? Surrender procrastination. So putting it off, right? Because there's an addiction cycle here. We're addicted to negativity and the fervor that comes with it. We're addicted to complaining about the negative. We're addicted to seeing the negative, and we're addicted to the visuals, and we're addicted to the shock value. We're addicted. So we need to deal with that. Well, we need to just purge. So anyway, now is the time to jump on a goal instead of putting it off. Taking action will attract success. I feel like when they put jump on a goal, there's something in the Taurus mind that they want to go after, but they've been putting it off. And it may be a life decision, it may be a life direction, it may be a social grouping, is what they said to me, that we want to kind of attach to. Like, quit putting it off. Why are we putting it off? It's instinct from the universe, and it could get you on the right path to deal with your passion. And really what I'm getting here is someone who is addicted to this chaos. I feel like there's a social way that we could actually work. How would you put this? Okay, so say we're so embittered by the homeless and how many homeless are out there now, and it would just, we're watching the news and we can't understand, and everybody's out in the street, But then comes a real world way of physically going and helping this. Like, what they're showing me is, a while back, I seen these people. All these people, there's a grouping, and they all gather together to make these mats out of garbage bags or whatever, and they crochet them or whatever. And it's a mat basically for the homeless, so that you're not laying on the cement or the cold, wet ground or whatever. And they all got together and they're making this. The older people, whatever. Everybody with a heart come in, and then they're knitting toques and, for the homeless. They're doing something proactive. I feel like it's something like this for the Taurus. I feel like they're kind of, playing with ideas. Where can I go? What can I do? But they're putting it off. The universe is going, just get in there and start doing something. And it will relieve us, one, of the time will be put to better use. And secondly, we will not have the time to spend in such a negative manner. It will be more positively infused. So if there's something like this, like a shelter or food group or something to help humanity, they're just giving me a big check mark for that. That's all green. Get going. So why procrastinate? So I feel like it's something like that. Now, wow, that would be great, wonderful. And they're going, and everything lifts. All that negativity lifts because we're not frustrated because there's nothing we can do. There is something we can do. And guess what? We're doing it. So we feel better about ourselves. This kind of thing. That could be for everybody, really. Me and my life this time, right? I go out to people around me, but I feel like I'm not doing enough. But they're going, it is enough. We just have to, we will be given more opportunities as time goes on, this kind of thing. So this opportunity's fallen in their lap as an idea, so they need to go forth and take action from it, is what they're saying. Okay, the Native Spirit card. That kind of lightens everything up. I feel all light now. Because it does. It takes it away. It takes away all that darkness. Because not only that, we're promoting the good, right? Yeah. Okay. Native Spirit. What do we get for you, Taurus? Spirit Keeper of the South. Okay. Okay, from the book. The Spirit Keeper. Card meaning. Abundance, prosperity in all forms, expansion. Yes. Surging energy. Yes. Get that. Very highly. Coming at ya. 360. Activity, movement, and rapid growth. Be open to receiving the bounty of the universe. Did I not say that? They're pouring the light of God on you, and we're paying attention to devils. But anyway. Be open to receiving the bounty of the universe. This is a great time for medical procedures. Your energy will be at a maximum. So, we may have in the past been not feeling, I get a sense of not feeling well. So we may be in a point here where we, I do get something about this medical stuff. We may have a timeline line up where we had something that we need to do with a doctor. Could be an operation, but I don't see it as that high, but it is something to fix something we have going on. So it may even be attaching us to medication that fixes our system in some kind of way. This may line up with us inadvertently and auto-correct certain things in our way. Okay. So I just wanted to put the book down for a second because I get intuitive nudges and I don't want to go too far without dispersing them so that I forget any facts there. But they're basically saying it's a medical intervention, so through a doctor, where it changes our quality of life in a way, increases, I feel like it may be, sorry, I don't know what that was about. I feel like it may be like a vitamin deficiency or something here that is preventing, because I did get a light energy of heaviness in the body from our past. So like not being able to get motivated, not feeling energetically dull. Everything that they're saying here, it's the opposite of that. So I feel like there's something in our past is just dragging. We don't have energy, can't get energy. So it may be an intervention in this kind of way through a doctor. And, appointments are suddenly able to come through and progress is made, okay? So that needed to be said. Okay. So again, it's a great time for medical procedures. Your energy will be at a maximum in the future. I get this. Okay. Now, your native spirit wants you to know in the medicine wheel, the south is the direction that symbolizes the warmth of the noonday sun, summertime, the full moon, time of rapid growth. Crops grow with vigor, and during the summer months in the human cycle, it also represents the vitality of childhood. This is your time to shine. It's also a time of great bounty in all areas of your life. Open your arms to receive gifts from the universe. If you live in the southern hemisphere and draw this card, read Keeper of the North instead, for the meanings are reversed. And I will read that after for those that are in the southern hemisphere like Australia or whatnot. But for now, the journey for the south. Stand facing the south during the midday, close your eyes and feel the warmth of the sun opening your heart center. I get goosebumps right there. So someone will literally do this. They will stand in the midday sun and allow the light of the universe to illuminate them. Absorb the sunlight as you sense yourself absorbing the abundance of the universe as well, because it is all there. We just have to take a moment to connect to it. Yeah, because we're distracted. Okay, so I'm going to read the Keeper of the North. So the Spirit Keeper of the North, the card meaning there is, take time for contemplation. Turn within, right? Connect with your ancestors. Incubate ideas. Mend relationships. Watch your dreams. Meditate. The answers are inside waiting to be heard. So in a sense, that pause, turn it inward, right? Turn it inward. Stay warm. Create dreams for your future. Repair whatever's broken in your home and your life. Forgive those and people and situations that have been dragging you around for a while. Very highly a negative energy. Yeah. So the native spirit wants you to know that the north is the direction that symbolizes the darkest time of night, the coldest part of winter, the dark of the moon. It also represents the elder time of life, even times of endings. Pulling the Spirit Keeper of the North indicates that it's time to take measure of your life, explore what's working and what's not. To whom do you need to release? It's also a time to make repairs in your physical environment as well as repairs to your body. And I do get some kind of paying attention, yeah. Like I get it's sort of like a vitamin or a hormone deficiency that can be corrected. It's just a matter of taking the time to go in and get it all adjusted through a doctor. And I feel like that's something that'll happen here or be highlighted. So it's also time to make repairs, additionally, it's time to begin to dream and make plans regarding your future. Your ancestors are close at this time. Call on them. They want to help you. If you live in the south, draw this card of the south. Instead, the meanings are reversed. Now, the journey for those in the southern hemisphere, stand outdoors at night, facing north. Inhale the darkness. Sink into your own depths. In the stillness, ancient wisdom emerges. So, inhale the darkness. Now, that's interesting. It's almost like, because I'm kind of telling you to stay away from darkness, but I feel like, yeah, give me a minute here, because that kind of contradicts what. Because to me, I would go into the darkness and kind of thank you for its vibration. Because what I'm getting through this reading is someone who is very much indulging in darkness. It's pulling them down. Not only in the mind, but in the physical. And I feel like there's an energy. Now, just bear with me. to respect that darkness, to know that that was the contrast I needed to realize that I'm on the wrong side here. I need to go to the light. So you go out at night, and these are people in the southern. And the northern, it's different. You go straight to the sun, you let it warm you up. Because they're affected differently. The frequencies are different. So those in like Australia, underneath here, this kind of stuff. These people go out at night, respect the darkness for giving you that contrast so that you can see, boom, I no longer, thank you for giving me this lesson that I no longer need you in my life, this addiction, I no longer need it. And then release that back to the darkness. And then, right? And then your next day will be different. It will be a different frequency after that sleep and rest. And then you, right? And then there's the maintenance. They're going there. But then we got to put in maintenance. We got to stop ourselves from watching those programs that fuel us. We got to stop watching shock value stuff. And we got to stop, listening to things that are there to create havoc. Okay. Wow, Taurus. Ended with a bang. That's for sure. But nonetheless, it's there. Yeah. So there's a bit of a realization of where we're at here. And the universe wanting to connect, but can't connect because we're really focusing on all the wrong things. So there's an ability here to course correct. And I feel we will jump into that quite highly. And we will thank the darkness for their help here. Because they're throwing us into the light more fervently than we have been in the past. And this may be a breaking point for some people where they go, that's it. There's no more darkness in my life. I'm going to go forward and I'm going to be happy and light and free. Because when I pulled that surrender procrastination card and I was talking about all that stuff about getting involved in the community or being involved in part of the light movement, whatever that is for you. And it could be just paying attention to the light, period. And acknowledging that and speaking, hearing, and listening from that side, that is a good thing. So Taurus, man, that is your reading for January 2024. Now, as we move forward, I will be coming out with the love readings here within a month or so, depending on my schedule. So keep an eye on for that. Those will be in the Rumble site. I didn't mention that in all the readings, but I will notify that. Again, keep your eye on the communities tab, because that's where all the info sits, and that's where all the links will be for the readings on Rumble. So take care. I think what I'm going to do is split the spirituality readings to YouTube. They're showing me this now. And then keep the love readings in Rumble. And then the energetic reports and the masculine and feminine, we're still going to keep up with that. But that'll be on YouTube as well. So we're going to split the difference. And then the work, I don't know. Like I said, the work is just an expansion on the spiritual and romantic side. So I don't know if I'm even going to continue. But I will be putting out some quizzes in the communities tab as well as to what you want to see. So keep an eye out for that. And I do have a long list. Sometimes I go nuts with music and whatnot. So feel free to scroll the hell out of that thing, because you'll find a quiz here and there and I might have to refresh it. But anyway, take care, you guys. Hopefully you had a good New Year holiday season. Keep your head up and in the clouds, because that's where they are shining down abundance upon you. Take care, Happy New Year, and we will talk to you soon.